Good afternoon, my fellow patriots. Welcome to another segment of walking on the Whipkey Ridge Warpath. And after today's great 10-mile march, I'm going to be at 8,103 miles, 5.5 years of marching for the troops and patriotism. My dear fellow freedom fighters of the world, you're talking to a man who has devoted every spare second of his life fighting for freedom for the last 5.5 years. And when this war first started out, and when the towers fell in 2001, I was a caged lion because I couldn't do anything. I'm the kind of guy that I've always been the kind of guy that rose to the occasion to be a leader in times of trouble, like a great captain. I've always been a leader. I've always had it in me to be a leader. And just the time to be a leader was never in my life, except at work, you know. But so when 9/11 happened, I was Mr. Mom. So I had to be the rock for my 2 little children I was raising on my own with the help of my mother and my father. That's why I actually moved down here to the Pennsylvania Outback to raise them in a great environment. So after 2 tough battles in court, the mother actually after a couple of years decided she wanted them. So after 2 tough battles, I lost. I won the first one and lost the second one. So that's when I decided, you know, like a lightning bolt, it hit me. I'm gonna walk for the troops. It was time to be a leader. So I've been a patriotic, an inspirational patriotic thought leader, a Johnny Appleseed for patriotism for the last 5.5 years now. So I found out the hard way. I was very puzzled at right-wing radio. This was before I even decided to run for Congress. It was after a couple, you know, after 1,000 miles probably, at least after the second flag I thought about it, you know, because I actually did call in during the second flag to tell people I was so excited. I called in to radio shows and they let me get on that before, when I was almost finished with my 500 miles too. But I started to call their managers. Quinn and Rose in the morning was the bottom of the food chain, okay? That's how it works. Every area in America is the bottom of Sean Hannity's food chain. Yes, it goes all the way up the chain to Rush Limbaugh, and then Rush Limbaugh answers to the top of the Republican Party, like Michael Savage says. But I found out the hard way. They didn't want me to be a guest on their radio show. They never returned my call. For a year, I would call like every other month. Hey, it's Terry Ronzio, leaving a message, see if I can get on the show. I think I deserve the honor. I mean, I'm not just the normal patriot, I'm an extreme patriot, and I think that I would be really good for your show, but they never returned my call, and I couldn't figure it out. But so that's when the idea of running for Congress came around, and the rest is history. So I ran against Murtha in 2008 for U.S. Congress with the Unity Party, and then I ran with the Constitution Party in 2010, and now in 2012 I have ambitions to run with the Constitution Party again if they nominate me. So I hope they do, and if they don't nominate me, I'm still running for Congress as an independent. I'm sure they'll nominate me because they're really happy with me, other than the Republicans and Democrats. Of course, I did try to get in the right way, and the Democrats wouldn't actually return my call, because I actually don't get angry. I was a Democrat because, like, my father, my grandfather, before my dad, everybody around in this area, it's a Democratic area here in Pennsylvania. But now Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and all the right-wing talking heads are actually running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Ron Paul bad, Ron Paul bad, wah, 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 you know? Ron Paul bad, Ron Paul bad. You know, like I was saying in that video, it'll be at the bottom of this. I did a blog called if Obama is the Highlander, Ron Paul is Yoda. Because the media sword, anybody that steps ahead to challenge Obama, the media cuts their head off. And Obama, there can be only one, and Obama's the one. So now Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, Quinn and Rose in the morning, they're all part of Obama's media sword. I am the Highlander. But they can't take Yoda out, man. And they're actually attacking Jesse Ventura now, and because they're worried, because they know, like I said in my video, if the Republicans screw Ron Paul, which Quinn and Rose, Hannity, all of them are as treasonous as Obama passing all these laws against Americans, because now Quinn and Rose, Sean, Spammity, Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, they all find themselves in the same traitorous boat with Obama and his czars. And now I don't if you're gonna live, so you know what, you have to reach deep inside your souls, you assholes, and you have to decide, am I gonna join the cause of freedom, or am I gonna be part of the Highlander sword? I don't know how you can sleep at night. Sean, Spammity, Hannity, and Rush Limbaugh, and Quinn and Rose in the morning. You may as well just look in the history books for one name. It's called Benedict Arnold, and that's who you are. See you in the next video.